Good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to another edition of Removing the Liberal Blindfold for this Tuesday, the 9th day of April in the year of our Lord 2019. The dumbing down of our youth has worked to a good degree, and it has worked in another way too, and that is in the extinguishing of the light of liberty, but mostly only for one side. Democrats with them taking liberties away from conservatives. Now, Democrats continue with their liberty-busting ideas, but it seems with total immunity. Hello, Joan. How are you today? From Conservative Tribune of Western Journal comes this one. Looks like AOC just broke a law the Dems accuse Trump of breaking, but don't seem bothered if she does it. And they don't seem bothered if they do a lot of things, it seems, just so long as it's not a Republican who's doing it. Last year, after 7 anti-Trump users sued over a fact that they'd been blocked by the president on his official Twitter account, a judge in New York ruled that Trump didn't have the power to block others on social media, as his account had become a, quote, designated public forum. Hello, Larry. If the principle undergirding Wednesday's ruling in the federal district court stands, it is likely to have implications far beyond Mr. Trump's feed and its 52 million followers, said Jamel Jaffer, the Knight First Amendment Institute's executive director and counsel for the plaintiffs, New York Times reported last May. Public officials throughout the country, from local politicians to governors and members of Congress, regularly use social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook to interact with public about government officials or government business. The ruling is under appeal, according to the Blaze. However, for right now, U.S. District Judge Naomi Rice Buchwald's decision remains in place. But apparently, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez doesn't particularly care about that. Ocasio, you might have heard, stirred up a bit of controversy last week after her speech before Al Sharpton's National Action Network. The clip, which the Daily Wire's Ryan Saavedra originally posted, shows her talking on what appears to be a Southern accent before a predominantly African-American audience. Now, I have that here, and I'm not sure if this will work, but I'm going to attempt it. But it's also going to include another one that the Democrats did, and that was Hillary Clinton. And both of these women spoke to Black Americans in a way that they never speak before. And if you don't believe this, you can go to Congress and listen to both of them speak, and neither one of them speak like this. Let me see if I can get this here.
This is what organizing looks like.
That's right.
This is what building power looks like. This is what changing the country looks like. It's when we choose to show up and occupy the room and talk about the things that matter most, talking about our future. You know, Reverend, you bring up a funny anecdote, and I'm proud to be a bartender. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with working retail, folding clothes for other people to buy. There is nothing wrong with preparing the food that your neighbors will eat.
Oh, good.
There is nothing wrong with driving the buses that take your family to work.
I don't feel no ways tired. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me.
Okay. Now, here's what we have here, folks, and this is completely ridiculous. She is now, both of them actually did, but Ocasio-Cortez is now denying that she did anything wrong. She came from the Bronx. That is how she speaks, but she doesn't speak that way. Listen to her speaking in Congress. No speaking like she did at the Sharpton thing, nothing like that. But Hillary Clinton did that same thing. And that's the other part that I played. Remember her, I don't feel no ways tired. I have come too far from where I've been to start from where I started from. Now, I can't speak like that. I don't normally speak like that. And most of the black people that I know don't speak like that either. This is totally ridiculous. They might as well have been wearing blackface when they were speaking at those engagements. Like Ocasio-Cortez and her speech to a black audience, she spoke with an accent that she never used before. And she came back with her explanation that she speaks that way. Now to remove the liberal blindfold here, folks, they all think we are stupid. They all think we don't know what we are talking about, but we do. Democrats, almost to a person, pander. They pander to whoever they are talking to, except the Republicans and conservatives. And yes, those two are different. But the Democrats, depending on who they are talking to, speak differently. Almost like they think the different groups need different English or inflections or accents for those different groups to even understand what they're talking about. Folks, that is nothing more than the racist things that they accuse Trump and the Republicans of. Nothing more. And as long as there is a liberal, lying, lamestream media that will not call these things out for what they are, they will continue. And sadly, will continue with increasing frequency, much to the chagrin of the American people who are all smarter than that. And yes, even my 2-year-old granddaughter is smarter than that. Democrats just don't get that they are pandering to people who don't exist. Yet they will continue to do this as long as they continue to get elected to office. So as long as we have a Democrat in office, this type of racist pandering is going to continue. Thank you, Joan and Larry, for being here. We are here to push the facts that the liberal, lying, lamestream media leaves out, facts that change the story from what is right to what the left wants, which is never right anymore. Truth, justice, and the American way are the things that will continue to keep America a great country if we continue to use them. God bless America. God bless our troops. And as always, we will not be ruled. Have a safe and blessed day.